Hey guys, welcome back to Harsh Worded Tenderhearted. Today we're talking about the importance of routines. We love a good routine.
I love a good routine.
Yeah.
I was just about to say.
I think have I talked about the Timo app before?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
You
so
called it your app.
Okay. I used let me
Oh
look
my
what that
gosh.
goes.
Speaking of which, so for those who don't know what Timu is, it's her organization app.
Sorry, what'd you just call it?
Timu?
I love how I call it Timo and she calls it Timu.
Oh, Timu. I thought you were saying Timu the entire time.
Honestly, I'm wrong often.
You
when
say
it comes to
Timo
pronouncing
and
words.
I hear it as Timu.
Okay.
Like, I don't
true.
know what happens as you're
Weird.
speaking, but by the time the words leave your mouth and enter my ears, different word.
That is so weird. I learned about it from Paige Lale. I just looked her up I know her name is Paige, but I guess she's known as Paige Lale, Paige Hennecam, I guess. Canadian content creator,
Love.
autistic. Her platform.
I'm like, why is that funny?
Her platform is to show that like you can be on the spectrum and
Mhm.
still be like very high functioning,
I
live
love
by
that.
yourself, have a job, like stuff like
She's
that.
representative. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah, it was like to raise awareness. And she used Timo religiously. I don't remember if they sponsored her or not, but she would use it to like time her bathroom breaks
Yeah.
and her meals and
strict with it.
stuff. Yeah, to like
Mhm.
remind her to do things. And as soon as I heard her say that she like would forget to eat or forget to like go to the bathroom or whatever, I was like, oh my god, same. So then I downloaded the app,
Yeah.
and that's where it all started.
Yeah. So the other week I asked you what it was. I downloaded it.
Yeah.
It went through it. When you download the app, it literally asks you like if you're like neurodivergent.
Right.
Like when you download the app, and then your options are I have ADHD or I think I have ADHD. So I picked the one where I was like, oh, I think I have ADHD. So I picked it. I'm confused. The app confuses me.
No way.
It does. Look, yours probably looks different than mine. But like, it literally, there's too much going on. I like the look. I like the look of it.
Right.
It's very aesthetically pleasing to my eyes, which would make me use it more if I think it's just me having to get used to it. I think I'm in like in a transition period right now because like I just like the simple right now I'm using like the Apple Maps where I just put it in.
Right.
All right. But this one, it's like there's widgets and stuff. I want to get to the point where I can put the widgets in and use them effectively. But it's like so stressful to me because like look at that. That's like yours probably looks different than mine.
But there's like weird thing. Do you use your phone calendar?
Yes.
Okay, I look at like a phone calendar. I can't even open that app. I don't know why.
Why?
Immediately when I look at it and see all the dates, I'm overwhelmed.
No, I got stressed out by this because like, okay, I actually spent like 20 minutes just trying to decide like what icon to do for like my grocery shopping.
Yeah.
Because you know how you can change it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like it, so I tried to change it, but then it looked uglier and I got stressed out and then I got frustrated and I left the app. And then I went back to the calendar one. I like the calendar one better, but like
I for some reason, I can't look at a calendar.
Interesting.
It's just too much to like look at everything all at once. Like it's just I get overwhelmed and then I'm like, never mind, I don't want to do anything at all.
Yeah. So you know what I found about myself though recently?
What?
Is that I think I'm a big picture person because even when I'm studying, I use a mind map, you know?
Yeah.
And then I just like calendars.
Okay, so this is my Timo. I haven't updated it for today. I actually like pregnancy brain is so crazy that like I've lived off of this in the sense that like I can't start my day unless I open this app, and I've been forgetting to open the app.
Oh no.
I know. So my days have been like so messed up and like so unproductive, but I'm trying to give myself grace because I'm in the first trimester of pregnancy, and a couple weeks ago I just found out that my baby daddy's out. So I'm trying to give myself grace and be patient. But typically this is like my everyday thing. So it's like I have breakfast that happens every day. It reminds me to take my meds. All of my meals are this symbol. So every time I see it, I know I'm supposed to be eating. I have like snack and I have dinner. I have workout, which is green. And all of like the meal times are a lighter pink. And then
you have a lot of meal times.
That's wrong. But
a
medium pink is like chores that I would do at home every single day.
Okay.
Like non-negotiables. It's not like, oh, today I'm gonna do this. It's like, no, every single day I vacuum the floor, and I need to remember that. Hot pink is anything work related.
Okay, yeah.
So it's work. Even if I have to do something work related at home, I'll make that next thing pink, and it's always that little plant thing. And then these are like the daily apps: Duolingo, Daily New York Times, Daily Solitaire. And
Okay,
they're all
yeah.
light blue.
Okay, yeah.
So then when I can add things in the sense that, like, the other day, here, grocery store. So my errands are a light purple Dollarama, and it has a cart. But if it's like a store that I would buy a lot of things, like at the mall, it's a shopping bag.
Okay.
But it's still light purple.
Yeah.
So I can see the color that it's an errand, but I can also see if it's like a quick trip or a shopping trip.
Okay, see, I do that too in the calendar. So, like, because that one, I think it was tripping me up that I can't see, like, the hours on, like, a day. Because, like, on the calendars, I can open up the day and, like, I have, like the actual, like, hour by hour. I plan it out. But
Right.
then for, like my calendars, I have, like, green, which is, like, I need to find, like, an actual good day. Green for all my assignments and my whatevers. Oh, here's my calendars. Yeah, so my assignments and exams are, like, green, and then my personal stuff is blue, and then my lectures are light purple, and then my, like, other lecture-related things, like clinicals or, like, labs, are, like, dark purple. And, like, it's kind of like that, but, like, just on calendar, and I could see it more.
Right. And I just, like, I can't, because they have that too, where you have to do, and I have my little legend. But I need, I think, the emoji, because sometimes when I look at words, I'm overwhelmed. So, like, the emojis being different within the same color helps a lot.
A word.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get that.
And it's like a quick, I find my brain works so quick that when I just, like, I'm looking down and it's a light pink, like, plate, I'm like, wait, I should be eating. Or, like, oh my god, fuck, I forgot to eat. And there are times where, like, I need to be easy on myself in the sense that, like, I can't have an hour by hour. So it's like, if I wake up late that day and I had something planned in my calendar for, like, 8 a.m., but I accidentally woke up at 8:30, I'm bawling my eyes out.
Oh,
I feel guilty, like, I'm like, oh my god, and then I can't stay on track for the rest of the day. So, like, I like how this has two separate things where it's planned or anytime.
Oh, I
Because
like that.
it's like, I have everything on any time, but if I know that, like, I have to be at an appointment the next day, I'll put it in the plan section. So I know that all of these things I can do anytime, like, be easy on yourself. I think I'm very undiagnosed still.
Oh, yeah.
But,
See,
like,
I do that too, though, because, like, so, like, I used to be like that, where if I missed something that was on my thing, then I would, like, that would throw my whole day off. But now I'm sort of just, like, I know which calendars are most often, like, movable, or, like, which ones are, like, for sure have to happen.
Yeah.
I just don't have that, like, planned or not planned thing.
I can't.
Like, I know it in my head. Like, I don't have to, like, put it down.
Right.
But I feel like if I put it down, it would just stress me out more.
Like, it almost feels like somebody telling me what to do when I plan it out hour by hour. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I feel like I sound like a lot of people I know that are diagnosed. But like, it's like when you are about to do the dishes and your mom tells you to do the dishes and now you don't want to do the dishes.
Oh yeah, that happens to me all the time.
Yes.
I don't know why it's not like that for this though.
Right? Like, I don't know what it is, but it's like, the fact that I have to do this at this time, I'm not going to do it.
You know what? I think I like it that way because it makes me be more disciplined with myself.
Oh, I can't. My mind goes insane and then I get angry.
Oh, yeah.
And
I feel shameful if I don't get it done in time. But then I'm like, you should be disciplined, Kai.
Oh my god.
And then I have to, like, make myself do it because I feel like I struggle with the self-discipline. Like, if I just don't.
I found the only way I've been able to be self-disciplined is when I give myself grace.
Oh, that's nice.
You know, like, I can't.
That's interesting because I'm the opposite. I feel like I have to force myself to do things.
Right. I feel like once I force myself to do things, I'm like, Natasha, you're not supposed to live like that. You know,
maybe
like,
I'm not supposed to live like that.
I'm dead. I'm like, what do you mean I have to do this? You know, like,
yeah,
I'm
also like, I don't have to do it. Like, I know I don't have to do it. I think it's more of like, I should do it.
And I think that's why I excelled so much in when I did book school and booklets. I was never in class. I had such a hard time with like this class is from this time to this time. I'm like, what if I don't want to do it at that time?
On your own terms. Yeah. When you get it done on your own terms. Love that though.
And then it was like with my booklets, I could be doing my booklets, I could be doing my schoolwork, like my classwork at 8 p.m. when I feel the most productive. Yeah. And it's like if the next day I felt the most productive at 11 a.m., I could still do the same amount of classwork, you know? Like I can't have a routine that wasn't
spoons.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't know. I'm thinking now, I'm like, oh my God, maybe it's like the personality disorder that I always say wake up different every day. So I can't have an hour by hour schedule every day because what if I wake up different tomorrow?
And you don't, that's true.
Like, it's so fucked up.
That's actually true.
And I'm like, so it scares me sometimes because I'm like, it gets in the way of like even like jobs and stuff, and it's so crazy. I must be amazing because I'm talking about the way that I can't have anybody tell me what to do. I can't be like on an hour by hour schedule. I've always been promoted so quickly at every job I've had, whether I've known them before or not. So it's like I don't know how those two can make sense together at all. But
it sounds contradicting.
Yeah, but they have both coexisted, and I think it's because I can't be productive unless I'm giving myself grace. Because as soon as somebody's like there's some sort of like a stricter schedule, oh my God, I can't. And I think that's why I couldn't do college either, because it was kind of all on me to like be in that class, but that class was only run from this time to this time, and it was like, oh my God. I think I could have had, like, if I could have done the adult learning, the booklets, but for college, I could have had multiple degrees by now.
Or like an online thing. Because, like, online, you can do it whenever you want to do it. Like, the asynchronous ones.
Can you?
Yeah.
Okay, true.
It's just that you have, and then even with, like, quizzes and tests and stuff, you have, like, a window, you have, like, a week to do it whenever you want to do it.
Okay, true. And, like, I have a friend whose younger sister's kind of behind on graduating. She's a little bit behind on credits, and I keep telling her to do the booklets because she has a lot of trouble getting to school. Like, on time or, like, whatever. Yeah. And there's some days where she struggles more than others. And she was like, remember during the COVID time where they did online?
Yes.
She was like, absolutely not, because I sucked at online. And I'm like, but it's different. Like, there's not a time that you have to be present.
It's asynchronous, not synchronous.
Right.
Yeah.
I just, like, I can't do it. So, like, I need to be able to like open my app and say this is everything I have to do that day. I can do it in the morning. If I wake up and I'm like, okay, I know how I feel today, I can then put everything in hour by hour. But until that morning, it has to
you have to see how it is first.
Yes. Because then it was also hard on myself that like if I didn't meet the needs of my schedule even for like the first two, or like as soon as I don't meet it, I'm like done. I'm done for the day. I need to try again tomorrow. And it's like, oh my God, imagine I was in school. Like, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
And I'm very understanding that, like, life doesn't work like that. But it's, like, that's why I think we need to have, like, more accessibility for people that just work. Their brains work
differently, yeah.
I'm going to write Paige a letter. I think we should be friends. And, like, I really only use the plan for, like, if I have, like, a strict... like something that has to be done by a certain time at work.
Yeah.
But then I can literally put it in the plan where it's like 8 a.m. to like 5 p.m. when it's due. So like I have all day to work on it, but it has to be done by 5 p.m. Or like appointments. I'll put it in my thing where like you can literally like, it doesn't have to be like hour by hour. It can be minute by minute. So I can have the reminder pop up, the widget pop up when I'm supposed to like even think about starting to get ready to leave for the appointment. And then in the notes of that, like when I open up that thing, the subsection can say when the appointment starts and when the appointment ends. But the timing before and after is just for me to get ready to go, and then to come back. And then if you like open one of the things, so you can repeat it like any day you want. Like it just like lets you pick it. You can put subtasks. So then at that point, I have a checklist in there.
See, I like the checklist.
Right.
One thing about that I don't like about like the iPhone calendar is that you can't incorporate a checklist. So I have to go in reminders, make a separate checklist.
Okay, true. That's what I used to do.
So they're in two different places.
Right. And then you can add notes. You can add like a subtitle. So it's like even I have the workout every day as a general thing, and then I open it that morning, and then in the notes I write push, pull, however I'm feeling that morning. Push, pull, glutes and hams, whatever the hell, and then I go to subtasks, and then I put stretch, and then I put all of my different things. So then even at the gym I can kind of like check them off as I go and keep track. And when I'm making like dinner, if earlier in that day like I want something for dinner, I'll go into dinner and put in the notes. Like, but it can't happen until that day because I just never know how I'm gonna wake up.
That's not like but like that's stressed me out.
Like the only way of learning,
it's like you're trying to plan ahead, but you can't plan ahead because you have to plan of the day, but then you want to plan ahead, but like
yeah. So it's like it's kind of like planning ahead at my own pace.
Yeah.
So I can plan what I know, because I always say too, like, God grant me the serenity. Like the things that I need to do are there. When I do them, I can figure out later. Like it's just like plan ahead as you can and then add as you can.
Yeah.
Because like if I'm not patient with myself, I'll just fucking lose it. I'll crash the fuck out and I'm like, I don't know, like I feels like too much is expected of me. And if I don't live up to it, I'm gonna be like, you know?
Yeah. No, I feel that way, but I feel that way when I don't have like an hour by hour like schedule.
Okay, true.
Yeah.
True. Even the planning of the hour by hour, it like I convince myself that I'm already not going to live up to it. Like it's too much and I'm overwhelmed. And I'm like, okay, never mind, erase the whole day.
Oh my god, that's how I felt about Timu.
I'm dead.
Or Timo?
I don't know.
Timo?
Yeah, and then it gives you a chance to like review your day, and it has a different
I think it's because the options of how you can organize is so vast that it overwhelms me.
I love that though.
Yeah.
It like it's like patient with you. I'm dead. But it didn't always, like I remember even I learned from this. So like even if I don't have this app and I'm having to plan somewhere else, I'll use the same structure that Timo gave me. So I remember when one of our other cousins was supposed to be part of the podcast, and we were like planning up to starting it, and we were using an app. I don't remember what it was called.
Oh, how about or something like that?
Yeah.
Something like that.
And there were like different things that we were kind of in charge of. And it was just very like, this is what needs to be done, whatever. Our cousin was kind of getting overwhelmed. And I was like, oh my God, this is giving like when I get overwhelmed when things are planned. Because she's also very like, go with the flow and like whatever. So I went in and I kind of Timo'd it. So I put this like little sub thing in the checklist, in that thing, the bigger thing. And then she was like, oh my God, I needed that. That's how my brain works.
Word.
And I was like... And then she was able to kind of do more. She was a little bit less overwhelmed. And I was like, I think she needs to be more patient with herself. So it's like, I didn't realize until I started to do it that you can be more productive by planning less, you know, or like feel better about being productive. Because then at that point, like it feels like I want to do everything. It's not even like I have to do everything. I want to do it. And like, I feel better about doing it because I'm not so overwhelmed and like anxious and nervous that I'm not going to be able to, because it's like, if you're not able to, so what?
Yeah.
Try it again tomorrow. It's literally just like the way my brain works. Like I can't even go back to like not doing it, because I've just realized just how
better
much
it
more
is.
at peace I feel when I make a routine as I'm able to
go.
Yeah. And it's weird though, because if I don't open my app, I don't know what to do. So I need a plan,
like a physical one that's written down.
Yeah, or like even like I can't keep up with it if it's in my head. I need some sort of a plan or something to go back to, but I need to be able to make that plan on my terms and when I can, when I feel like it. And I can't do super strict like timelines or due dates. If there's a due date, I have to know about it way before.
Yeah.
Because if I don't know about it way before, like at work there's times where like Health Canada doesn't tell us that they're coming in until like tomorrow, or they show up that morning and I'm like, Like, there's no way. There's no fucking way. Like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
And it's like, I know exactly what to do. I know exactly what's expected. But just the fact that I didn't know about it 2 weeks ago.
It kind of like blindsides you.
Yeah. And I didn't have time to prepare myself mentally. It like freaks me out. So it's like weird because, again, those two things contradict each other.
Mm-hmm.
But not on the right medication. I hate talking about this shit because I realize how fucked up I am. Not like fucked up. I know a lot of friends and people that are like their brain works the same way.
Mm-hmm.
And I know a lot of people that brains work the same way that have struggled with being told that they're lazy and being told that they're like not capable of like doing certain things or they're like incompetent. And it's like, it frustrates me so much because I'm like, give them grace, because if you just let them be on their own terms, they'll do more than what you were expecting.
Yeah. Like, it'll get done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, if I like planned more like people think you should plan, I wouldn't have been promoted throughout my jobs because I wouldn't have been getting anything done, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, there needs to be more grace and more patience and more accessibility for like different ways that brain works. This is turning into like a fucking pro ADHD video.
No,
like
literally.
Oh my god, that's crazy. And it's so funny too because like I it's so bad that I almost like it's weird because like you say it out loud and it sounds incompetent. You feel incompetent talking about it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I mean, it kind of makes sense to me.
Right. But like you look at somebody who will like get overwhelmed by looking at a calendar and you're like, okay, there's no way you could do a big
okay,
job.
yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're like
in the traditional sense of like how people think, yeah.
And then you're like, oh my god, true.
Mm-hmm.
How can I own my own business when I can't even open a calendar?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like,
that's just one way of planning.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. But regardless, the routine and the plan is still there.
Yeah, and it still gets done.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, routines are good to not feel overwhelmed, obviously. Not forget things.
To have some structure.
Stay on track. Avoiding burnout.
That's true too, yeah.
Because, like, I'll burn out even if it's just, like, I feel overwhelmed for too many days in a row. Like, doing nothing but still feeling overwhelmed for an extended period of time. I'm like, holy fuck. Like, somebody stop the clock. I also, in my routine, I'll always, like, no matter how much I got done that day, I, like, try to have a routine of, like, spending time with myself. So, like, I could have, like, felt like I had the most unproductive day ever. I'm still gonna color a picture or, like, do my nails or something just so I could feel like I did something for myself. And something that I enjoyed. You know, or if I have a long day at work and I'm so fucking tired, I'm still going to do something for myself just to keep that relationship with myself going.
Oh, you're like dating yourself.
Yeah,
I
literally.
love that.
Isn't there a podcast called like Dating Yourself?
Probably,
or something
yeah.
like that? That's hilarious.
Oh, yes. I know exactly
Right.
which one you're talking about.
Like, you can have podcasts about it, but like you should actually do it, guys. Try it.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Oh my god. And I also, okay, so that also kind of scares me though with the way that my brain
dating?
works.
Oh, okay. I was like, dating?
No, I love dating myself. But the way that my brain works, because I'm gonna have a kid in a few months.
Yeah.
Kids are the same way.
Oh, true.
You know, so it's like, what? We both wake up that day and like neither of us
Decide-
know.
What? I'm like, what if you clash?
Because like I've always wanted to have a routine. Like I want to do the sleep feed awake period, sleep feed awake period, sleep feed awake period, and like time it out and like have that routine from the get-go. But it's like it doesn't. That's something so planned.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm gonna be exhausted trying to keep up with this routine, trying to keep up with my routine. I really think I am trying not to lose my pink. Like I in the dream world I would never not feel like myself. But like I think even just the routine of it all might make me freak the fuck out.
Oh no, like incorporating it, yeah.
You know, and like having to do like you don't get a day off as a mom.
Yeah,
you don't get to say like I'm not feeling it today, you know? So like whether I go into, I've actually had fears of going into like literal postpartum psychosis, like not even postpartum depression.
I forgot that was like the next step
Right.
of like postpartum.
Right, because like I borderline psychosis on an average Tuesday. So like never mind postpartum, okay? So like I feel like that scares me, but like hopefully it would just be a burnout. I've done that before. I burned out before. Got an ulcer, whatever, but it's like, oh my god, like even on an average day, I'm like one toe into psychosis. Like, I'm laughing, but I'm not joking. Like, I hope you guys know, like,
it's not actually like, funny. It's like a haha funny, but it's not like a haha funny.
Yeah. Like, to give some context, that motherfucker is not real. Kai said that reminded her of me. Okay?
Oh, yeah, I did say that, yeah.
So, like, I'm so serious. I'm so serious when I say that I borderline psychosis on an average day. I am hoping, though, that, like, everybody I know has always been like, and especially now they're like, you were made for this, though, like, whatever. I hope something clicks.
Yeah.
Where it's, like, not as bad as I think it's gonna be, you know? But I also got no baby dad, so.
Yeah.
Imagine we get sick. That's my fear, too. I don't want to, like, if my baby gets sick and then we both get sick, it's like, I don't have any other.
Yeah.
It's just us.
You have to be a sick mother.
Yeah. A sick baby by myself. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. We're going to do it, though. It's going to be great. There's, like, tears. It's everything I've ever wanted.
Have you watched the Kardashian show? The new one that they have on Hulu?
Kardashian?
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
Not the new one.
Okay, so like recently, they've been really tearing into Chloe for having a schedule and like a routine.
Really?
Because, yeah, and it was Kim who was like, get a fucking life. Like, you have a life outside of your children. And then Chloe's like, yeah, but my children have routines. Like, we have a routine.
Right.
And then Kim is like on her being like, oh my God, you're like freaking out. Like, you have dinner planned at 6, but you freak out if it's at 6:05 and then like this and this. And then Courtney's like, no, I just, as long as it's around the same time, like, don't be coming at me because you're insecure about like you being a mom.
Right.
And then I was like, whoa.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, but they're getting on Courtney for having like, not Courtney, Chloe for having like a schedule with their kids.
Oh my God. I think routines and schedules are very, very good for kids.
Yeah,
so they
right?
don't, so they like,
have some structure so they don't like,
and they learn that there's like a
rambunctious.
time and a place for things and stuff like that. And they don't feel like they're to their own devices all the time. I've been watching Wife Swap.
What? Oh, yes.
So I do this thing where I'll like binge shows. I'll become obsessed with the show and then watch only that every single episode for like 2 weeks and then move on to another show and I never watch that show again. So I was doing Rich to Skint, and then I was doing
Planning My Quince,
and then I was doing Return to Amish, and then now I'm doing Wife Swap, and it's so funny because I thought about it yesterday, and I'm like, oh my God, every show is like finding yourself or learning a lesson, like some sort of transformation.
Deep. Yes,
you know, like the Rich to Skint, you learn about how the other people live. Planning My Quince is all about not letting your mom, like doing what you want. Don't let your mom live through you. Like, don't let anybody else tell you what to do. Return to Amish, they were like learning that there's another life that, oh my God, like maybe where I came from was so fucked up. Yeah. And then Wife Swap, like they take two polar opposites and then they learn from each other's families. And Wife Swap makes me emotional sometimes because like there's kids involved a lot of the times. Yeah. And in the couple episodes of Wife Swap New Zealand that I watched, they switched a couple, like a mom that was married with a single mom.
Really?
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
That's interesting, actually.
Right? I was like, that was actually very smart. And like, regardless of whether it's a single mom, two moms, whatever. Or lie. That was just so naturally.
Yeah, really, yeah. Maybe it's because we were talking about lesbians beforehand.
That's true. That's true. Whether it's like a single mom or two parents or whatever, sometimes the kids will say things where like the one mom changed the rules and the kids were kind of like doing a lot of chores and like the 11-year-old was making every kid's all 11 or all other 10 kids because there's 11 kids lunches for the day.
Yeah.
And then the mom changed the rule. She was like, you're going to get a day off, the 3 older kids, and I'm going to wash the dishes. I'm going to do the laundry, and I'm going to make everyone's lunches. And then the 11-year-old says, thank you, like immediately.
Yeah.
And then the dad's like, I wonder what mom's gonna think of that. And it's just like, it's weird because you're not listening to your kid.
Yeah.
And then there was another one where like they were on such like a strict time. I think it was the same episode. They switched. Like there was clocks everywhere, and they had to like this minute to this minute you're doing your hair. This minute to this minute. And then she got rid of all the clocks in the house, and she gave the two girls like lists to get done. You're to be ready by 8:20. This is everything you have to do. Go for it. And then they like loved it, and they were like,
Aww.
I feel independent. She was like, I feel like pressured when my mom's like hovering over me. I feel like I'm always going to do something wrong when somebody's hovering over me.
She probably has anxiety.
Right? And then it's like, I wish that they had the kids sit at the table meet too, because there's times where like they'll talk about the rule change and the other mom's going to freak out.
Yeah.
And they'll like the other dad's freaking out, but it's like, little did they know 2 days ago that kid was saying thank you for that rule change. So I think they should be a little bit more involved in the table meet so they can kind of see it come from their kids. And there was one where like she was like, I'm leaving tomorrow, like are you excited for mommy to come back? And she's like, no, I want you to stay. I like you better. Like I haven't really missed mommy.
Yeah.
And she didn't tell her mom those exact words, but she was saying, she was like, I guess her mom was like a vlogger. And she was saying, like, she didn't really like to be on camera. She doesn't feel like you guys are spending actual time with
together.
her.
Yeah.
Like, you're spending time with her, but not quality time.
Yes.
And I kind of, as much as, like, I do love a routine, I like that kids, because it is almost kind of like the way that I'm talking about my brain working, it is kind of like a child's brain.
Yeah.
You know? Like, it's like, no plan, no, don't tell me what to do. So it's kind of like, I like that I have that knowledge of a brain that works like that, because it's like, if my kid doesn't want to eat at this time, they're not going to go hungry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's okay. We'll eat later. Like, not that big of a deal, because that's how I think of my day too. So like, as much as it is a curse, I also think it's a blessing, and it will be when I become a parent, because I'll have a lot more patience.
Yeah, for them.
Yeah. And what they need or don't want or want. Because, like, you know how, like, parents, there's, like, videos going around of, like, parents trying to teach healthy eating or, like, scheduled eating, but, like, the kid's, like, crying and crying.
Yeah, because they don't eat.
Like, yeah. Like, it's, like,
oh my God, that happened to me when I was a child.
Yeah, like, my uncle would make me and our cousin Audrey, like, sit at the table, and we were not allowed to leave. Like, I genuinely think my aunt and uncle gave me an eating disorder.
Oh. Like,
genuinely. Like, yeah, our family would always be like, you're fat if you're over, like, 100 pounds. But, like, they would, like, you don't get a choice on what you eat. You're eating what we eat. We're not making another meal. If you don't eat that, you're going to starve for the rest of the night. And it was, like, they would, like ridicule us for not finishing our food. And then, like, you'd have to sit at that table until you finished your food. And then it's like, I'm crying. My cereal is getting soggy. They don't care. They're not going to let me leave that table. And then eventually I'm sitting there for hours crying. And then it's like, okay, if you're not going to finish it, go to timeout. You're not getting lunch either.
Whoa.
And it's like, I genuinely think they have eating disorder.
Oh my God. That's kind of, like, scary.
Right? Like, literally, like, if you're too strict and you have too many rules and, like, regulations with your kids, like, you're going to breed trauma.
Yeah.
And then they're going to either be rebellious or they're just going to be anxious. Or both. Right? That's true.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So either way, they're probably going to stop talking to you.
Right. So, like, I get both sides of it. But by the looks of Chloe's fridge,
okay,
I feel like there might be a little bit too much routine.
A little too much.
Yeah.
Does she do her own fridge? Or does she get people to do it for her?
Oh, she does her own fridge.
Oh.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, have you seen those videos where, like, they'll just, like, low-key Crystal, like, move something, and then, like, while Chloe's, like, turned around, and she'll turn back around, she's like, and then she'll move it back.
Okay.
I can't. Oh my God. And there was, like, a therapist or something came to her house to try and, like, treat her OCD.
Yeah.
They started with her fridge, and they were like, we're gonna mess this all up.
Yeah.
And she was, like, freaking out.
Really?
And then she's like, she has her juices, like, in a rainbow, and, like, all the colors are,
That's
like,
cute, yeah.
And then she was like, okay, I want you to switch up these juice colors. And then she moved.
That's like hardcore exposure therapy.
I know. She moved, like, a dark yellow with a light yellow because it was the easiest. I was like, okay. Oh my God. But yeah. Did you see that video of, I think it was Kylie talking about how all of her family members handled alcohol?
No. Yes, maybe. I don't know.
And she said that she handled it the best. And then she was talking about how like Chloe's pretty good, but she gets like
Oh,
aggressive.
yeah.
And then Stormy walks by and she's like, "Hey, you didn't say hi to your auntie? Get over here, get over here, get away, get over here." And Stormy's like, "What do I do?" Everyone in the comments is like, "Hey, Chloe's confused." Oh my god, because she's like, "Get over here, get out of here, get over here."
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, I can't. So that's all that we have for today. Thank you for watching and or listening.
Make sure you're following us on all of our socials at HarshWordedPod.
If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.